I recently threw a Disney Villains tea party, and I want to share with you today how I created this lattice front on the invitation using my Sizzix eclips2 electronic cutting system. So you're going to need the Sizzix eclips2, some vellum, cardstock, mouse head stickers or cutouts, and a Tombow adhesive runner. So I purchased this Diamonds Cards Front from the Sizzix eShape store. And it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I really wanted more of a lattice look because that's what the gates at Disneyland and the a lot of the lattice that they have there looks like. So I took this lattice, this diamond front, and I added basically the same size of a rectangle from the shape library to the back of it so that it would make a card. And I just changed the dimensions in the properties box over there, and I unchecked the box to scale proportions because I wanted it to be exact. So I set each of these rectangles to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Once I had those two pieces of the card set, I wanted to merge it all together, so I chose path and then merge so that I could get everything all as one shape. Next, I copied the shape so that I could create the diamond pattern overlay that will make this look like lattice. And then I drug the copy down and away from the original card front or card base that I had created. So I need to remove that box that's around the second card so that I can just have the diamonds. So I unmerged all of the layers and broke the shape apart so that I had all the diamonds, and then I clicked to the left and drug a box to select all of them at once and then drug them into place. Next, I kind of was messing around with some of these half diamonds and they didn't really fit or go where I wanted them to go, so eventually I deleted them. So sometimes you might not be able to use all of the pieces to kind of complete your shape, so you've got to kind of mess with it to see, if it will look, to mess with it to try to get the final look that you want. So I deleted all those weird half diamond shapes from the parts that I pasted, and then I moved some of these other diamonds into place. Now using the cursor, it's going to move them a little bit too much. If I had zoomed in, it wouldn't move them as much. So instead I just used my mouse and then held down the mouse button and drug the shapes where I needed them to be at. Now once everything's in position, I'm going to left click and drag a box around all of it and merge it together to be one shape. Then I'll make a copy and drag it down so that I can cut 2 out of one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Once I cut all of my bases out, I also printed out some Disney side invitations that I got for free at DisneySideCelebrations.com, and I'll have a link to that down in the description. And I took some 8 1/2 by 11 vellum and cut it into quarters. So I cut it into 4 1/2 inch by 5 inch pieces. Then I used the scoring blade on this Westcott trimmer to create a score line in the middle of my card, which I used a bone folder to make nice and crisp, and then I popped out all the diamonds. I used a little bit of this vellum adhesive from Tombow to adhere that vellum inside the card front, and then I added a little Mickey head on a foam dot to the front. And then I slipped that printed invitation inside so that it would greet my guests like the gates at one of the Disney parks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like seeing how to use the Sizzix eclips2 machine. It's super versatile. So if you're looking for electronic die cutting system, check it out. Bye!